You mean,
You guys know that?
what, he charters an entire plane just for Christmas?
Lieutenant Dan
My
charters a,
God.
privately charters a plane and fills it with families and takes them to Disney. And one of the big
Oh,
things that Disney's doing. Hi, everybody. By the way, we're going to finish this story while we're live. By the way, we
everyone
knew we were
knows.
on live.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, Lieutenant Dan. Okay. By the way, one of the big things they do at Disney World in Florida right now is different actors will
Hmm.
read um, Christmas stories and things like that, and it's fairly religious actually.
Oh, okay.
But just every giant groups of people just come in. And one of the things is Lieutenant Dan, the actual actor, played him, right?
The guy who
Um,
plays me out here.
flies military families and things like that in there.
So I was gonna say like, do they have a
Is
Do what
choice?
you want about Disney. Hate them, love them, whatever. We don't care.
wait. Isn't that Gary Sinise?
Yes, it is. Go Google it, baby. You'll learn about.
I,
And by the way,
I was
while
actually
you
about to
Google
look.
it,
I was actually about to look it up on IMDb because I forgot his name. Because I'm not
yeah,
very good with names, but
Oh
I
yeah, no,
actually
because
remembered his name as I was
he
looking it up.
you're there kind of
he
going like, oh,
invested in
who is it?
Apple.
Who is it? And then you kind of go, oh wait, no, he's the guy who played the the main dude in CSI New York, right?
As well, yes,
He
he's
Yeah.
he
awesome.
was he
He's a
was
great actor.
actually he was a firefighter before he became an actor.
Nice.
And he helped out during 9/11.
He did.
Wow,
Yes, he did. Yes, he
that's
did.
fucking.
Gary
You know,
Sinise is an awesome guy. I mean, by the way,
I
hate
mean,
people,
clearly,
like people, don't like them. When people do good things, they're good people. That's just the way it is.
we should probably do the actual official introduction to the show at this point.
Yeah, do you want to do it? You want me to do it? It's up,
Yeah,
that
no,
was
I'll do
easy.
it. Like, welcome everybody.
All right.
It's to another episode of Push Talk. It is Saturday, the 16th of December, 2023. We are close to 2024, everybody, but a little bit more to go. But soon, TM. Hope you guys are all doing good out there. As you may have seen uh, with the title of the show, we have a Logitech giveaway this week. Not too much has been going on, as far as I can tell. Like, there's not exactly too much has been going on in EVE Online as such. As far as I can tell, if there has been, let me know, because then we'll do it live. We'll figure out what the fuck happened live, kind of thing. But I think today's going to be a fairly chilled and relaxed kind of like talk about all sorts of different stuff. Which will probably
I mean, it's
annoy Dawn.
the end of the year, right? So
It is getting towards the end of the year. Yeah.
Hey, can I talk about a financial collections call I got on Friday?
Was it particularly terrible or what?
No, it's so stupid and funny. Okay.
Oh, fuck it. You can go for it. Oh.
Okay. So I have a particular payment that I make, and by the way, Eric makes pretty much. I don't write checks; it just goes out of the account, right? I auto debit pretty much everything that's a standardized payment, right? Electric bill, all that stuff. So I have a particular loan. We were discussing. By the way, it's the loan for the front doors, guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the doors, right? We're talking about. So they called me up and they said, Eric, this is a monitored call, all this stuff, right? This is an attempt to collect a debt, right? And I'm sitting there going, okay, am I being scammed, right? Because that's the number one thing, right?
Yeah.
And and um and they say, no, you owe like $462 or something crazy, like in arrears. I'm like, on what? Right? I couldn't figure it out, right? So it turns out that when they read the number, they didn't pay attention to the decimal point.
Oh, for fuck's
Okay.
sake!
By the way, this is a loan I've had on auto payment for like a year or more. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So and so then the very nice woman, right? And she goes, oh, it's $4.62. And there's and of that $2 of it are a late charge. I'm like, wait a minute. So 50% of the amount due is a late charge, right? And granted, it's only
That's just
$2, right?
that,
Really,
that
really
seems
not gonna,
ludicrous. Yeah, it's not
right?
much, but like the fact that
So
it's 50% is a bit kind of weird.
yeah, so she's looking at it, she goes, so how can this be, right? Because this is a new load, right? She
Mhm.
goes, well, let me look. Okay, so when you put the auto debit in, you were off basically by $2. Okay, so I did it wrong.
Right? Oh, okay.
It has been auto paying $2 short for like a year. And they've been
Okay.
going, eh, we'll
Cool.
just cover it. They just cover it. They just accept it as the full payment. Okay, this is what they
Wow.
did. Okay, this is funny, right? So I'm sitting there going, man, why wouldn't you call me before this, right? And I guess they just decided not to cover it anymore. Probably one of their policies or whatever, right? Um,
That is
so
kind of odd, like,
basically,
but
so like I'm
cool.
I'm I'm to the positive $48 on this, right? Because I've made off with their money, basically, right? So at this point, my brain's going, not going to really complain about that late fee.
Yeah, in retrospect, probably not a good idea. They might go, okay, well,
So
we'll
I
take
just
that.
said,
We may sort of, not overlook
welfare.
what we've been
Well,
covering from
yeah.
you.
So I said, I'll just fix that
It's
online
fine. It's
and,
fine.
and make that payment, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really sorry. But you would thought, hey, you're not paying us enough money. You might have called me like, I don't know, 9 months ago after maybe
Right,
3 months.
right. God, Jesus.
Because it's not a variable rate. It's not anything, right? I don't know. It was just kind of funny to me, right? So
It's just I mean, it's weird that, I mean, I know it's a low amount, but like it's weird that even though it's a low amount, they would just be like, yeah, no, it's fine, and
well,
then at some point just go, nah, it's not fine anymore. It's like, well, which is
but
it?
she could see it. She could see it, and she goes, "They just
Yeah,
credited you the $2. They just said, oh, that's just a full payment credit, $2, and we're cool." I'm sitting there going, "Who does that?
yeah, I
Like,
know.
you can't
It's
do that as a
seems
company, right?"
like, yeah, as a company,
But
like,
hey,
how do you accept?
am I? And by the way, I'm not going to name the company,
Yeah,
but
no, because that's just
the bank that bought them and owns them is trying to offload them because they're not really
they
a
don't
good of
accept.
the profit center that they thought they would be. And by the way, I literally read this article like in the Wall Street Journal like
We've got
a
fifty
week or
thousand
two
people
ago,
that were.
right?
We've got 50,000 people that were
Yeah.
crediting $2 with each fucking each time. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, these
But I just
massive
read
negatives going on.
how this particular banking entity wants to offload this company that they bought because it wasn't as profitable as they want. And they're not profitable because
Well,
they're giving Eric $2 a month, man. I'm sucking up
well,
all the profit margin.
I think it's more than just you. Like, it might, I have this strange feeling that it might be more than just you. And
But it
someone's
is
kind
funny,
of
2
like
weeks
on,
after.
we shouldn't really be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this with like this amount of customers. Like, we should
I
probably
know. I
like
know.
pull
Uh,
back on this. And that's probably what
but
that. Yeah,
but a
Jesus.
but a very very polite lady on the other end of the phone. I just apologized and said, "Wow, I can't believe I did that." No, it's not First Republic, Starscream. Um, but I do hear you. We need an horrendous welfare check. We need to call in on that. I mean, did
Mhm.
he open a box of Legos and is he stuck under them? Like
I think he may
is it
have
an
stepped.
avalanche?
I think he may have stepped on one too many Legos, and now he's
Tapped
paralyzed.
on
And
a Legos.
can't get,
Yeah,
and he can't get to the PC. Yeah, that
that
might
that
be
may
it.
be it too. Maybe it too.
We also have an update as to where Bart is. Now, Bart has been going through a
Oh,
bit of COVID, which I think he caught
hmm.
off. Some of the furries at the furry convention that he went to. Um,
Did you say fairy or furries?
furry,
Furry,
FURRY.
furry,
Yeah,
furry.
yeah. So he's been dealing
Understand.
with that.
Okay.
So we still haven't quite gotten as to what happened. For him to get, be so close to so many furries for such a long period of time that he got COVID. from them. So who knows
Yeah,
what happened
yeah.
at that convention or subsequent after parties. I don't know. But eventually, Bard Ghost will be on and tell us about it. Hopefully, that will be maybe our Christmas gift or New Year's gift. Who knows?
Who knows?
But one of the other things, and so I've been kind of
By the
teasing
way,
Soth about this a
I'm
little bit.
disoriented because my noise canceling in my ears
Mm-hmm.
just went out.
Oh, damn.
I can hear myself like talk again. It's very
Oh,
strange.
I hate
Well,
that. Like when you hear yourself on
that's
an echo, it's really horrible.
It's not an
that's
echo.
better.
It's live. It's just that I hear myself. It's kind of strange.
Oh,
That's
right.
better than the noise cancelling on your eyes going out.
Oh, someone got a message.
That was
So,
me. That
so
was me.
Soth.
Little vibration here on the
So,
old.
so the last few weeks, Wibbler's been having an issue with streaming and being a bit of a DJ on Friday nights, right? When we go around and chat and you know have some drinks and what have you. And last week was kind of like we grinned and bared with the audio issue that he had that cropped up every so often. This week we tried to solve it, and Soth pieced out and went to bed before we were able to solve it. Soth, have you been able to figure out potentially what it was, or have you asked Wibbler as to what it was?
No, I have not. That would be cheating.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Good. Any thoughts? I
well,
can yay or nay it like right now. Like so you can go through a list.
My bet was on the encoder, but you already told me it wasn't the encoder.
No, we didn't fix. You asked about the registry. We didn't fix it in the registry.
Yeah.
Any additional thoughts?
I mean,
you're gonna kick yourself. I mean,
driver issue, like latency.
It's a new PC, right? It's a new, well, not a new PC, but like, you know, it is effectively a new PC. You got a new monitor, new motherboard, CPU, RAM, you know, the whole works, right?
Yeah.
And Soth, you know how weird the audio issue that he had was every so often, and it seemed as though it wasn't actually fixed in any particular period of time. Like it didn't happen, you know, 4 minutes, you know, after 4 minutes at each time. It was varied, but it basically the video was perfectly fine, but the audio kind of just started to degrade and go to shit, and then just suddenly come back again. Like it would kind of like all the music, the sound that we were listening to would just go to shit and then come back. And he tried like instead of going straight to Discord, he went, you know, via OBS. It still happened, right? He tried to use a different browser, so he went to Chrome rather than to Firefox. Like he was using Firefox typically, and he went to Chrome. Still didn't do anything. Instead of going to Discord, he went to like his own like media server that we went to. Still happening, right? Guess what it was? Do you want me to tell what it was? Tell you what it was?
Yeah, because I'm out of ideas. Yeah. Without looking shit up.
So you know in in Windows like sound device settings.
Yeah.
You know when you go to like an input or an output device, and you go to like properties and then to advanced.
Yes.
You have this little kind of bit at the bottom that says exclusivity mode, and you got a checkbox that says, you know, allow applications to
have exclusive control. Yes.
Exclusive control. It was that.
Oh god.
It was that. It was literally a checkbox. We turned it off. I mentioned it to him. I was just like, oh, because I was out of ideas as well, and I was just like, you know, can you just check something for me? He turned it off, and it was solved. It was fine. It didn't happen ever again.
The most Windows issue ever.
I know, right? Fuck. I've yet to figure out what that exclusivity mode actually adds in terms of functionality and advantages and positive
So
Yeah.
it makes sense for old stuff. But in the era of like Windows 10 and Windows 11, it doesn't really,
Doesn't.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that needs exclusive access to an audio device these days.
Yeah, I know, right? This.
And the funny thing is that there are a few apps that require exclusive access, and they actually stop working when you take that box.
Crazy, right? Fucking maddening. That's what it is. Anyway, thank you very much. I mean, I saw you subbed up Sothrasil at the start of the show, and also Iceburn. Thank you very much for the sub. We should address the thing that the show's title is about, which is the giveaway, right? Yes. No. No. Yes.
By the way,
Maybe.
yes, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna try and fix my earbuds.
Okay. Okay. So, we have a specific giveaway to. Well, I say specific. It is. It's not just. It's not a giveaway for a skin. It's actually a giveaway for something tangible that you can hold in your own hands. Like you literally, it's a Logitech giveaway, and it's not just like we're giving away something and you don't have any say in what that is. You actually have a say in what it is. This time, which is really cool. So let me just transition because we have a bunch of things up on the screen that you could possibly choose to win. They're all Logitech stuff. But I will say that it is something that, because it's an actual thing that gets sent to you, you have to be at least open to sending your name and address for us to send stuff to you. If that's crossing a line, then that's fair enough. You do you, as it were. But if you want free things, then we need to know where to send those free things. It is a let me just bring up the rando kind of conversation points that I need to talk about this. So we basically will send. It's sponsored by Logitech, obviously, because we are a Logitech partner. The only stipulations to this is we can send it pretty much worldwide, except for Brazil, Nigeria, and Poland, and PO boxes. We can't send it to PO boxes. We can't send it to Brazil. We can't send it to Nigeria or Poland. So if you live in either of those three countries or live in a PO box, I don't know why you would be, but
That sounds uncomfortable.
sounds like quite
also, do we have someone from Poland that can explain this?
Yeah, I don't.
I'm kind of confused.
Did
Poland? What the fuck?
Did the government of Poland vex Logitech for some reason in some way, shape, or form?
I think it's giveaways as a whole, not just Logitech.
Oh, okay. It's any PO box, Starscream. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's in the Free State or Republic of Texas. Like, it could be gambling laws, but it's not gambling as such. Like, I don't consider giveaways to be gambling, especially when you don't have any kind of additional increase in possible.
All right, guys. I think I fixed them. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay, good. So
is it gambling if you don't actually put in any money on your end?
I don't think so. Like, and that's the thing. Like, you don't get any additional increase in percentage chance to win if you're a sub or anything like that. So, like, you don't get an increased chance of winning if you throw money at us. As such, we hope that you just throw money at us because you enjoy the content that we give. But in terms of this, in terms of for international stuff, like so, if you're in mainland US, it'll probably ship fairly quickly. If you've won and you're an international, if you're outside of the US, then the shipping could take up to 10 weeks. Um, Unfortunately, apparently phone numbers are required for shipments. That's probably for tracking purposes, or for not for us, not for Logitech to track you, but for us, for
It,
Logitech to
it's
send you tracking numbers and for you to track like where the thing is. Um,
it's for Eric to track you. I'm gonna
yeah.
call the winner over, and I'm gonna text you right on his. By the way, when we're talking about Logitech, I don't really know what we have here. What is that mouse there? Is that a cool mouse?
So there's a
Looks
few
like it's a
mouses there.
wire.
There's a 502 mouse, which is like basically like one of the best mouse, like gaming mice that you can get. There's also like a white mouse there, which is one of
It's
the
this
lower
one.
level. Yeah, well, there we go.
Well, I have.
A German who likes a German who enjoys like FPS, and
I have
like
big hands. Okay, I need a
and
big
has
mouse.
he has big hands,
You have big hands.
and
Yeah,
he personally uses a 502. So there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Like how
I
I
much?
will.
wait. Uh,
I used to have the
the
Republic of
cable is too short.
Gamers
God damn it!
right here. Probably the Gladius
Yeah, I have
2
another one.
version. You
Nice.
have one. So I used to have that, but I just bought with my birthday gift
Oh
cards
yeah. Hmm.
the Logitech. This is a what is this? This is the Super Light Pro,
Oh
the
okay.
Hero 2. This one with the Hero 2 chip, right?
There you go.
And when I got it, I was like, when you look at it, you think maybe the little G lights up. No, it does not. But it's a wireless mouse, right?
Yeah.
But along with that, I did get. I don't think I can get it up here. No, I can't pick it up. But I did get the mat that constantly charges it because you have this little thing in the bottom.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I think
That's pretty cool.
or, yeah, there it
the
is. Really magnetic, right? So you put this in the bottom, right, and it comes with the mat, right? And there's a little mat, and it can be hard or material,
Hmm.
and it plugs into the USB of your PC, and then in the mat that's constantly because you put this little thing in the bottom, recharging your wireless mouse slowly. Um, it you don't have to pull it out. You don't have to push this little thing in anything. By the way, I don't have it hooked up that way yet, so I do need the little
Oh, okay.
2.4. But it has that in it. And by the way, there is a little LED on the mat thing, but it's not all around the mat, like looking really cool.
Hmm.
Would be really, which I thought it was, but it's not. So just the way it is. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So on my desk, I do have the new mouse with the super light. I'm not used to a mouse that is this light, man. I mean, it is so light.
Well, if you don't like light mouses, then the 502 will also be useful for you because you can actually it comes with weights that you can change and all that kind of stuff, right? So the 502 is heavy, but you can make it lighter.
Well, and I think the 502 also the mat was like $99, and I think the
Mm.
502 will work
you
with the
mean
mat
these
too.
weights?
These
Yeah,
weights.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I don't
By
have
the way,
any in mine because it's already heavy enough without the weights.
this is a pretty smooth mouse, right?
For the
They
Mhm.
have stickers that you can put on it to give it texture so that you can hold on to it better.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So Logitech is really making some nice stuff, right? And
Oh no, they definitely are. They've
anymore, I go to my son and say, "Hey, what mouse should I buy? I want a wireless one." And then I told him, I said, "Dude, there's no LEDs on that." And he goes, "Well, you can get the really cheap mice and have some LEDs on it, Dad." But
oh
alas, I did not because I'm sitting there going, I have the rechargeable mat. I don't care if it's got LEDs and it's using its battery, right? I don't care.
well. So one of the other things about that people may have realized, or some people may not have realized. I don't know. Like depends on how much you like blue microphones, right? But like you know, Logitech has actually, you know, they've bought. I think they bought out, or at least they merged with Blue Yeti. or with blue microphone. Sorry. So that microphone that you see on the top left, that is a Yeti GX, I believe.
Oh, nice. I have one of the original Blue Yetis sitting right here. Right.
Yeah.
Because I
So
got my new desk, I don't have it above me anymore. It is now sitting on the desk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
I do have my pink cloth sitting on top.
the items that you can actually get in this, like you get the opportunity to choose from with this, is the Astro A30 headsets. You can get them in blue or white. Though the two that you see there are white, or I think one of them is the A30. You can also get the Aurora G735 headset, which I think is, I think that might be the left hand side one, whereas the A30 is the right hand side one. So
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't support buying a gaming headset.
well, it's
Right.
because yeah, you have a. I mean, I'm very particular with
Yeah.
headsets. You're very particular with headsets, and
Yeah.
Sometimes
I've given up on the headset.
but if you like the A30s, or if you look into it and you're like, actually that's pretty cool, and you don't have it, or if you don't have a decent headset, then maybe choosing a headset if you win this would be a good way of going. I think the A30s are for PlayStation and Xbox. The G735s I think are PC. I'm not entirely certain why. I don't know why it's specifically PlayStation and Xbox for the A30 headsets. Who fucking knows?
It's the
Obviously,
connector,
okay. You can
but
get
you can
the.
get an adapter for it.
Oh, that's fair enough. Then. There you go. The 502 mice, you can get it in black and white. I think Soth, you have both. Is that right? Did I see a
Yes, I
white
have.
version and a black version that you had?
Yes, I have the white version with the Hero 2 sensor, and the black version, this one, that's the really old one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the original G502.
Okay. Whereas these that you win are the 502X Plus, which are wireless as well. So, and I've got a wireless mouse from when I had a wireless mouse. I had a 402. I would say that wireless mice have come on leaps and bounds since I last had a wireless mouse, which was fucking ages ago. But other than that, there's the 915 tactile keyboard in carbon all white, which I think is the left hand side one. There's the Aurora G715 keyboard, which is on the right, which is I think it's the sort of like lighter colored, but it actually has like a bunch of lighting features and stuff like that. Obviously the Yeti on the top left hand side, the Yeti GX. There's the Yeti Orb, which is on the top left hand side. If you fancy that instead. There's the Litra Beam, which is the kind of like the it's essentially like a streaming light, right? That's the one on the top with all the RGB because it is RGB, and then you've got obviously the Stream Cam, which you can get in graphic and white, which is in the center. So that Stream Cam is actually really fucking good, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I was just trying to look that up. Which stream cam is that again?
It's literally called the Logitech Stream Cam, I believe.
Wow, such naming.
Right? I mean,
Yeah, I couldn't find that. I couldn't find the Blue Yeti yet, but yeah, I do. I do have an older Logitech. I think it's like the 940, 920, something like that. The Stream Cam Premium HD. That's 129 bucks, man. That's a nice little piece of work.
yeah, this is pretty decent. I think it's definitely like a step above, the old C920s or C922.
Yeah,
It's pretty
whatever. Yeah.
pretty decent. But yeah, like those are all the kind of prizes that you can choose from if you win. So I'm gonna set up the stream. Just remember that we can't send to we can't send specifically to PO boxes to Brazil, Nigeria, or Poland. So unfortunately, if you live in one of those places, probably not a good idea to sort of like get involved with the giveaway as such, because we won't be able to send it to you. But other than that, like internationally or in the US, like why not? Obviously, if you have a friend that you can send it to in the US, and they're willing to sort of send it on to you internationally, then fair enough. But like, yeah, it's just that's how it is. And thank you very much, by the way, Eric, for sending me what you sent me, which was fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. I know exactly how much it costs to send something with UPS
Yeah.
versus USPS. I'm sitting there going, my wife actually, because she ships so much stuff, right? She
Mm-hmm.
like originally did a USPS thing, and I'm like, dude, it's gonna take forever to get there. Send it UPS. She goes, it's twice as much. I'm like, do it. She goes, okay, I'll
Actually,
cancel it. So she canceled the USPS one, and you know,
Oh.
plus it
Okay.
went insured too. So it was
I
cheap.
can tell you, USPS has one advantage, and that's customs is way easier
Oh, there we
than
go.
with what's it called again? FedEx. Like
Oh,
I had a
okay.
FedEx package
Yeah.
out of the US once, and 2 weeks later they sent me a mail being like, "Hey, you didn't pay your customs charge, right?"
Do you have a
Mm-hmm.
customs charge, McLeod?
I didn't get any like request to pay
There you go,
customs,
baby.
so
There you go, baby. We slid that sucker right through. I have no idea. No,
I
no.
mean, it
It's funny. You talk
that
about
that was a
customs at Germany. True story. Okay,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
getting and it was an I think it was an HP 9000 at the time. So I'll date myself there on systems. HP 9000 through customs from the United States. No, everybody's sitting down, right? To Puerto Rico. It's a fucking territory. Okay, 2 weeks to get through customs.
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
Damn.
Yeah, well, at that time in my life, it was really good to be a consultant because then HP, instead of being there like a week to help with this install and putting Oracle on it and all that cool shit, right?
Yeah.
Um, no, I had to stay in Puerto Rico for 2 weeks. By the way, it was literally Thanksgiving dinner on a plane to Puerto Rico. Okay. That day, like right after dinner, right? So 2 weeks in November and December in Puerto Rico. Just riding the water slide at the resort, eating, going out to dinner. It was terrible. It was the worst 2 weeks of my life. But could you believe that? 2 weeks. That's
That's a
insane.
bit mental. Anyway, the prize draws up, by the way, so you guys can exclamation point ticket 1
Okay.
to give to get into the giveaway. But this will run until pretty much the end of the show.
Yeah.
We'll remind you guys every so often to jump into the giveaway
Yeah.
and what
By the
it's.
way, the 48 smart people that hear in the first hour, right? They hear about it, and we'll have to announce it again the second hour when there's a few more.
Mm-hmm. You can't buy more than one ticket, by the way. Just so you guys
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So
You only get one.
you only get one. Everybody gets the same odds. Nice
Ah.
try there, Kachin.
Oh well, one ticket.
Yeah.
It only takes one. It only takes one.
Mm-hmm.
However, Eric did buy 5 Powerballs today because when it gets to like $500 million, I actually have to pay the stupid tax of the lottery. I have to do it.
Yeah.
I am in
You
our state. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't get like a message about successfully buying a ticket, then it's just like you can do exclamation point ticket 1 or exclamation point ticket, but just don't put an exclamation point at the end or that or
Yeah.
or that JM. That's not correct.
What happens? What?
I'm concerned about like people. Well, if you how many attempts if you have to have multiple attempts to get the right
Mhm.
command to buy a ticket, then I'm not sure how well the shipping's gonna go if you're gonna have to give shipping details. But
by the
we'll
way,
see. We'll see.
Thoth, I am pretty sure that and we'll confirm because we got to kind of look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I think, so when I bought this cool thing that McLeod told me, this beacon thing that he now has a copy of, the reason that McLeod has one is because when I bought it, I thought I actually accidentally bought two. But then when we were putting the new desk in the office, my son goes, "Oh, look, I think we have four." So I'm going to confirm that we have four. Like Soth, like you and Don won't not just ship them to you, like I did McLeod, right? I mean, by the way, McLeod has waited probably 9 months for me to actually ship it. Okay, I mean, because
I'm not going to complain.
I'll,
I'm not going to complain about free stuff being sent to me. So like it's
okay,
if it happens, it happens. It's fine.
Let's see. On the 22nd of July, okay, is like probably the second or third time that McLeod sent me his address for me to ship it to. That's July, and then I sent it on the 12th of December.
Here's
or the 4th, the
something
4th
like
of
that.
December.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Here's something for
That's
you.
how bad Eric is.
In Germany, anything below 150 euros from the US, you don't pay customs.
I don't know.
So, Soth, that means I can send you the dildo then?
So what now?
That means I could send you that dildo you wanted.
I don't think you understand how expensive those are, Dawn.
I've seen them.
By the way, Dawn, I thought you were watching children.
I think
the compositor one.
I think they also add additional costs for shipping for weight as well, and I think those are pretty weighty.
I thought Don was
no,
watching
actually,
small children.
they don't.
Confused.
They don't count the what do you call it?
The weight of it?
The transport cost, right?
What?
Oh,
transport,
okay.
I thought you were going to say they don't count the silicon.
You don't pay customs or tax on transport cost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rubber's free.
How do we approach this next topic?
We have a next topic.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're so sort of quiet about this, considering how distraught you were when when I told you that we couldn't do it on this show today. But Soth was really, really, excited about actually doing a Push to Talk's first ever X-rated show because of the additional changes to Twitch. But they fucking stopped it, so I
had my whole VTuber setup ready, right?
I know, right?
Did they egg on all of their stuff?
I don't know if you guys saw this, but basically Twitch decided that they were going to allow adult content on the site, so long as it was sort of anime style.
They called it artistic nudity.
Oh yeah,
right?
sorry, artistic nudity.
Which is something very normal here in Europe, but as we know, Twitch is an American company. So
so you can
by the way, owned by Amazon. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they embraced the European standards for a whole 36 hours.
Yeah, but
for 36 hours, then they ditched it.
But then they ditched it because they realized what that actually looks like.
I mean, that's the thing is if you move the line of what is and is not allowed, people always try to push it. They're I mean, people on Twitch who have sex on Twitch off screen, or half on screen, and it's like, for the love of God,
Look, that's a thing.
yeah, people get banned for it. Where like you see this chick on all fours, you can't see the back end of her, but she's like moving, and you hear her boyfriend back there
Oh,
doing
you
something.
could fake that. You could fake
Yeah,
that.
but it doesn't matter. Like it looks like it,
Yeah.
and it's like clearly you just go on a porn streaming site and be naked because clearly that's what you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's
I didn't even know that was
weird
I
thing.
didn't even know that was well, but you can't live. Can you live? I don't know. Probably can live stream it
You can
somewhere.
live stream having sex on Chatterbait, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. These are
That-
things
that-
that,
wait, wait,
Eric,
wait.
Eric
and-
doesn't know these things, right?
That's the
Because
first
know.
streaming platform for porn you go to. Chatterbait, really?
You want to watch the deformed small person in a wheelchair, yeah, with pierced nipples. The theta people
Okay,
know it.
that's very specific, Dawn.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
You know,
We decided to go there as a group together. We were like, why are we watching?
hey everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
This is a family show. Well, at least apparently it was meant to be a family show.
Well, at least
never
we're
mind.
discussing how to make. No, this is the how to make a family show.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
sorry, I got the wrong idea though. Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, oh, shit, I didn't even know. You know, when you've been married like almost 30 years, you're kind of like, oh, okay, whatever.
It's not just
I mean-
it's not just Elle who says no kink
You know,
shaming.
I'm just sitting there going, I'm like, my text, the highlight of my week, my text comes in, even in the winter, by the way, here in the freezing cold. Are you in for Sunday golf? Yes or no, in or out, right? And, most people were like, oh my God, you're saying in or out. And I'm just like, yeah, but we're just either in for golf or out for golf, man. That's,
I mean,
don't try and read more
if you're
into
doing
it than
golf,
that, okay?
if you're doing a golf, if you're
That's a
doing golf,
highlight of my week.
if you're doing golf in, like, then
Yeah.
like that's gonna break a lot of stuff.
Would not recommend golfing inside. Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
a
who's
Wild
that?
Dirk
Hold it.
appears. Who's that?
We could-
Wild Dirk, maybe.
We golf inside. I can drive down the street like 3 different places, and
Yeah,
the
but that's
indoor
just
golf,
driving.
baby.
That's just driving.
No, it's the simulator with the whole course. You're putting, you're everything.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Although, the golf sims. I mean, yeah, you got to force them out there and hit the ball. One I don't like. The other one I do like. The other one's a little more plushy, really cool food and stuff. They're simulators.
Mm.
We just thought about that, simulators, and I just said that. And I'm sitting there going, if you don't know the context, you're saying, ooh, okay.
So as a thing,
Golf simulator.
So as a thing, as we're talking about golfing, and golfing does require the liberal usage of elbows. Update.
Liberal usage of elbows.
Update, Dirk.
Do that.
See, you see that? You like that little segue?
Yeah,
Dirk,
get in there.
Dirk, what's the update?
Get pulling.
Get in
Dirk.
there. Like 95% or so.
Nice.
Still a little bit of like I don't know, swelling retention or whatever, but other than that,
You get
getting
those those moments where it suddenly goes like, oh, that hurts a little bit.
twinges a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
like I got that when I broke my metatarsal in my foot, like my 4th metatarsal, I think. And it was a case of like
What?
most of the time, like when it healed and everything, most of the time it was completely fine. And it was like just every so often, if I was like walking on like, quite rugged and bumpy terrain, it would kind of like, it would start to ache after a bit. But yeah, like that's it will go.
What is a metatarsal?
So, kind of, if you think about your foot basically being kind of similar-ish to the bones of your hand, which it kind of is, to be completely honest, your metatarsal would be like one of the connecting bones before you get to your between the sort of like the bones of your, like the main bones of your foot and your like ankle kind of thing. Between your ankle kind of bones area there and your actual toes, like it's the connecting bones between there, like there's the metatarsals.
I gotcha. See, you learn something new on Talk every day, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know what a metatarsal is, now you know.
Exactly.
So it's this bone in your foot.
I think it would be
mean-
this bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foot,
Yeah.
Or toes.
Yeah.
Or it might be, but on the other side of right here, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He said
Something.
between like
Yeah,
right up to the ankle,
Soth
right?
Yeah.
Soth is kind of on point there with
Yeah.
where the metatarsal is in comparison.
Yeah.
It's one of the bits in the fleshy part of the foot rather than the toe part.
Yeah.
Do we have a foot model on call? Are we allowed to show that on Twitch? Are we allowed to show
I mean,
feet on Twitch? I mean,
After
because
the change in restrictions yesterday, maybe not anymore.
no,
Who
yeah,
knows?
it was undone, right? Undone, right? Can you
knows?
Mostly
imagine?
undone.
You know how that happened, right? So some guy
God.
who's like mid-level or fairly second level maybe manager said, "Hey, we'd make a lot of money. This could be a cool deal." And all the underlings said, "Yeah, we'll make the change, right?" And then there's a senior vice president up here who said, after 48 hours, "What the fuck are you doing? Turn it off."
It's just hilarious.
You know that happened, right? I have no inside information, but you know that's how it happened, right?
It's hilarious because right before that update, as far as I know, a streamer got banned because you could see too much of her boobs, right? And
Oh,
Twitch
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"Oh
yeah.
yeah, you're
And
totally
hold on.
naked. You're
What
totally
is it?
naked in front of the camera," and she just goes away a bit from the camera, and she has a top on, right?
Yeah, she's got one of those like tops that didn't have any straps or anything like that. So
Like the what do
so
they
the-
call those? What do they call those?
like, I mean, I've
I don't-
heard them called boob tubes before, but like like they're
Yeah, but it's
strapless tops.
halter
Like, yeah,
top thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I do not understand. I've never understood in my life, and I don't know, Don. Maybe you, as with the female point of view here, how are women comfortable on that? Because the only thing I've ever seen them do is constantly like pull that up, right? I cannot.
Apparently, I think
I
you
don't
need
understand.
tape for that stuff as well. Like to make.
But that's not how they're worn. They're just like elastic, right?
Yeah. Then they're elastic, yeah. To prevent.
I mean, I'm just honest. I just don't know how women are comfortable wearing that. I don't know, but you see them do it. So
You see, we start talking about a particular topic, and then suddenly Horrendous appears.
there he is, by the way. So, well, that's because the police have just showed up and said, Push to Talk called in a welfare check just to make sure you're okay.
I think Horrendous finally was
Game
able
closer.
to sort of drag himself to the PC and turn the PC on. Like we assumed Horrendous that like you'd stepped on one too many like Lego bricks and were unable to walk anywhere.
Fuck.
I saw a meme related to Legos the other day on Facebook because I'm old. I'm on Facebook. It was a shark coming out of the water with his mouth like this, right? And it was captioned like "Shark steps on a Lego" or something like that.
Yeah.
By the way, so
Have
hey,
you-
did we decide
did you-
whether we're doing the 23rd or not? Did we decide as a team?
I think we're
I don't
still.
think anybody's actually said anything about that yet.
I mean, I know that Soth is fine for the 27th and the 30th. Sorry, the 23rd and the 30th. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say
yeah, I'm in.
not on the 27th.
I'm in for both if we're willing to do it.
Why not the 27th, Soth?
It's a Wednesday, and this isn't pushed to Wednesday.
Yeah, because I have
It's
to
not
work.
pushed to Saturday either.
Because I have to work.
Good point. Oh yeah, good point.
We could call it the Hump Day Show, and see what Twitch will let us do.
That's right.
We could use the
Say the
Humpty
whole
Hump
thing.
as our
Say the
intro
whole
song.
thing is. Say the whole thing is artistic, and
It's
the
artistic.
entire purpose is to bug Soth at work.
Yeah, I mean, with the on-call coverage that Works ended up with, I too am working on the 27th and also the 26th and the 25th of it. So yeah.
Good.
I don't miss corporate America at all about being on call and all that bullshit.
I mean, it's like a 2-hour shift each day, but Yeah, I'm working every day of Christmas week.
Yeah,
Good.
I don't miss the days where I had to take my laptop wherever I went on like Christmas or New Year's or any of that crap for my 2 hour shift.
No, Eric. Eric, you don't understand.
Hmm?
You don't understand. This is a good thing because it means these lazy fucking Euros finally get to actually understand some productivity.
That's right. God damn it. No, Eric. Eric.
Productivity, by the way, folks, is American for squeezing blood from a stone.
Well,
Yes, isn't it?
so I have my one-on-one with my boss on Friday, which by the way was 10 minutes long. Okay, because we missed it the previous day. He kept canceling it because he had shit to do. So he said, "Hey, what's going on?" And I said, "Not a lot right now. Just having a couple meetings." He goes, "Yeah, pretty much. All our customers are shut down, and pretty much Wednesday onward, you're not going to be doing anything." And by the way, we're off like the 25th through the 2nd, right? So he's like, "Yeah, just take it easy on Wednesday on." I'm like, "Cool, cool."
Yeah, I was planning to. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not on call in case Dirk, you wanted to know about that. I mean, not on
Yeah.
call, so I'm just I'm gonna go right like this in the chair, and I'm just
I
gonna
mean, I'm
take a
expecting
nap.
that most of our customers will be like on code freeze, and so it's going to be relatively chill. Knock on wood. But yeah, I get to
Oh
work all
no!
through
Oh
Christmas
no!
week.
That sucks, and I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be on call.
I do at least have
That
like
you
the
know
entirety of the
of.
first week of January off, so that'll be good.
Oh, but I did come up with something, and I can't believe I didn't think of this during COVID. Okay,
I
probably
can.
because the boys didn't work for the company, right? Um, so,
Mhm.
by the way, that is not on hiatus, but
The
um,
boys?
no, yeah, they're all still working, right? So I'm sitting here going,
I don't think you have any control over that.
So my wife works from home. I work from home. My 2 boys work from home. The only person who doesn't work from home is my daughter, but that's because she's 13 and goes to school, right? So I'm just sitting there going, next week we can have the office Christmas party.
You could have her school
Okay.
from home.
Sometimes they do. I say, and so I'm gonna reach over here where you guys can. Oh, look, you can kind of see it. It goes out of stealth mode, bringing it forward, bringing it forward, bringing it forward. The last bottle of the 18. Yummy.
No, you've not got much left in it.
Are we allowed to do that? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're allowed
yeah,
to do
yeah.
that. Yeah, we're allowed to do that.
We're allowed to do that. So yeah, and then but when that one's gone, there's a new one to come out.
I mean,
Doesn't smell as good as the 18. It's the
as
last bottle.
long as that bottle doesn't have any side boob, it's okay.
There's no side boob on the bottle. We're good. Yeah. By the way, how much? So that girl got banned. Yeah, it's T. Definitely T. How much it on Twitch is? Because she had a tube top on. How much is too much boob?
I don't know
Just
because
any sort of hint.
yeah.
Apparently
No,
enough to drive
Hold it,
Dawn
but-
off.
Wait a minute. But girls naturally in shirts have cleavage, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
boob.
no, yeah. They I think
Yeah, top
I mean,
boob
I'm
is
not like
okay.
being a
I
jerk.
haven't-
Side and under boob.
I haven't needed to go through and check like what is particularly stipulated about like too much or too little, but like I think they have got like a
I mean,
they say
McCloud
specifically how
talking
much.
about there being a minimum amount of boob that needs to be on display.
But
Well, no,
you know
yeah,
what?
no,
I mean,
It's
I don't
not. It's
think
not
it's
a
a
requirement
minimum.
like minimum. Like we're gonna shut your thing down because you don't have enough cleavage on show for the show. Like what?
I mean, hold it. You're gonna get. I mean, aren't they allowed to wear bikini tops? Aren't you gonna get all sides, except maybe the bottom on a bikini top? I'm sitting there going,
I think it
Eric's
stipulates
a big
nip.
guy. If I turn sideways, you might get some side boob too.
I
But,
think it stipulates.
nobody wants to see that.
I think it stipulates like nipples specifically. Like
Oh, so she had a little.
and
No,
by
she didn't.
that it means like you can't show it even if you're a guy or a girl. Like,
Right, I knew that, but
yeah,
I don't know. You know,
Well-
I think
the Amaranth clause. Yeah,
That also used to be different. Like people made a lot of jokes about like male nipples being different.
it's not. Like, well, ish.
so. If you're
Like in terms of development in the womb, like you develop nipples before you specifically are like male or female. So it's not exactly like the same, but
So-
it's not completely different.
so, let's talk about nipples for a minute. Okay.
Something I didn't think I'd hear you say.
Oh
So,
God,
yeah.
why?
It actually is practical and non-sexual, just so everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
So, because I will never forget the first time that I learned that when I do really long running races in really hot temperatures, that those can become very painful. So when you're running, and you sweat and everything, if you're a guy, they make now, because I was just, I might have been buying
He was
some
looking at
running
buying
things,
some,
'cause-
yeah.
Is this the tape?
No,
thing?
not these. I was just buying running stuff, and on the website they had these things, and I'm like, oh wow, when I was like, 15, these would have been really nice to have, right? Because it hurt that some of those long races. Then you realize, oh, we're gonna put some band-aids over them so we don't hurt them when we run against our running clothes and things like that. And but they make little round things for guys now that are runners. They're just little stickers right on.
You know those are called pasties, right?
No, they're not the same. They're
I mean,
much
they're basically the
smaller.
same.
They're much no.
They are the
much
same.
smaller. They're
They
much,
are the
much
same.
smaller.
They just they may be smaller pasties, but they're still fucking pasties.
Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
Mm.
But yes, but you see them. They were advertised for guys, right? Obviously, because Mrs. Erik is a like a half
Not a
marathon
guy?
runner, not a guy, half marathon runner. But girls have other protective things that they don't need these things. So, but I saw that, right, and I'm sitting there going, back in the '80s, we just used Band-Aids. Now you can buy them. It's funny.
You can buy band-aids in the 80s too.
Yeah. Well, you buy these, the horrendous, the running pasties, as you say them.
Well, it's just one of those
They were
things
not-
where
they were not,
somebody
like,
sees a gap in the market and
bejeweled.
goes, I think
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
probably make an actual product specifically for this particular scenario,
By the,
right?
by the way,
Whereas-
they were not bejeweled. They didn't have tassels. None of that stuff.
Maybe
that
they
you're
should.
used to horrendous.
He's
Well,
very
you're
upset. Eric, you sound very upset about that.
He does,
Maybe a little
it's true.
maybe American flag or something would be cool. I don't
How do
know.
you show your patriotism? American flag pasties.
There you go, baby. You know what? Some rhinestones for the stars. That'd be nice. No, you can't have anything sharp because it rips your shirt. I would think.
I would
Not that I
just
run
think-
anymore. Eric doesn't run anymore. I don't even run to dinner. It's like, you got dinner? Although my wife has been cheating. Can you believe this? She's been cheating. Okay.
On
She
dinner?
doesn't. Yeah. She doesn't cook anymore. She's like started ordering these ready-made meals called like Factor. By the way, they're actually really good if you want things. Okay, and I think they have like an introductory 30-day. Like,
You
cheap
could
meals.
get them
They're
to
actually
sponsor
really good.
this shit.
They
sponsor-
we
They
can get
sponsor
people-
like 2/3 of YouTube.
I mean,
Do they?
if it's not
Yeah.
Factor, it's not Factor. It's some other thing like HelloFresh,
Well,
right? Like
Funnily you say that.
No.
Like, Factor are
But
actually a
HelloFresh-
sub-brand of HelloFresh.
I
Oh,
was
there we
about to
go.
say,
Aren't they?
Oh, okay, fair
Here's
enough.
the thing. Here's the
There we
thing.
go.
We're learning shit every day here on Push the Top. By the way, the but she likes them because they're kind of good and they got keto things and low carb and all that shit. And literally, they are in the microwave, punch 4 holes in them, 2 minutes, and the sons of bitches are ready to eat. And they're actually pretty good, guys.
No,
I could-
so the weirdest thing is my introduction to like that sort of thing was HelloFresh, and the funny thing was we never even ordered HelloFresh. Like we just
How'd you
had
get
like we okay. So what was happening was like
Somebody else did, and they were stealing the mail.
delivered to the wrong address.
So yes, but no.
Okay.
What happened was we were gonna be out for the entire day. Driving up basically to here to do some renovation work and then driving back down when I was living, for closer to London, right? As we were going out, there was this box just like by our door from HelloFresh. Not
Welcome
like
to the neighborhood.
not like at the flat, not at the place that we were driving to, right?
Oh.
And we were like, well, we can't fucking, walk around, try to figure out who the hell this is, sort of thing. Like it wasn't actually right. It wasn't actually the address wasn't actually for our house, but for some reason, whoever was delivering it delivered it to the house. So tried to get in touch with HelloFresh to say that like, there's been a delivery that was, inaccurate and stuff like that. And so we said, we're going to we'll place it here. We're kind of thinking to ourselves, like, we can't place it inside. We're not going to be in the house, right? And so, but we thought, like, because it's got the ice packs and stuff, we'll put it somewhere which is shaded so the ice packs maybe last a little longer, right? And basically, we said, it's going to be there. If you have delivery people, they can come pick it back up and deliver it to the right address, etc., right? Because we didn't really get a proper to and fro conversation with HelloFresh about it. But we sent them an email about it and that kind of thing. Went out, did our thing, kind of came back. Box was still there at the end of the day. And it was a case of like, well, we can't just leave it for the next day kind of thing because it's got fresh fruit, vegetables, all that kind of shit. It's just going to go off. So we took it in. We put the stuff in the freezer and in the fridge, to make sure that they stay okay. And if they come back, we basically kind of said like, if they reply to us or somebody comes to pick it up the next day, then fair enough. But like if they don't come, then fuck it, we're going to use it. Yeah, and they didn't reply to us. Nobody came to sort of pick it up, etc. Like, so we just like, okay, well, we'll fucking have a bunch of HelloFresh meals to sort of try out, and they were actually really fucking awesome.
Like you say, the shit goes off after a little while. It's all fresh. It's all designed to be. That's the big selling point. Is that
exactly
fresh food. So you can't just leave it to rot on your front doorstep.
Yeah, hello.
So
yeah,
you have
HelloFresh.
to cook the recipe though, don't you? Whatever's in it, right? You have to cook
Yeah, you do have to cook it, but like all the it's been pre-portioned and all that kind of stuff. So like you have all the portion sizes there and everything like that. Like, but yeah, you do have to cook it. It is fresh produce. So like if you've chosen like say a chicken meal or something that has chicken, it will have like a chicken breast for you to cut up that's fresh, like not frozen sort of thing. So you can't just let that shit go off and then have somebody pick it up and deliver it to somebody else and like, here's your fucking gone off chicken. Like, enjoy.
Can if I want. It's a free country.
Yeah,
True.
I don't think we had a good experience with HelloFresh, but I will tell you that the factor thing is like.
Well, they are basically the same company, so yeah.
I know, but
be aware of that if you had a bad experience with them already.
But remember too, it's already cooked, but it's not frozen, right? So it stays in the fridge right away.
I mean, as a potential like a ninja advertisement for HelloFresh, like I still remember it to this day, So and there was there were some decent meals in there, so interesting stuff. To try.
I will tell you that we have a particular chicken one that we like. You cut into the chicken, it's not like dry, it's like juicy. And you microwaved it, right? So that's like the weird thing. You
Yeah.
microwaved it and it's not dry, it's juicy, it's just really flavorful. I mean, so
Yeah, and
didn't
talking
have a good
about
experience with HelloFresh, but with Factor, we've been really happy. But so she's cheating, right? And I'm like, how much more is this costing me per meal? And versus, if we make a big meal and then throwing things away versus just what we're eating, right?
yeah.
But
Less.
we probably are, even though the meal is probably more expensive, we probably throw less away. I mean, because nobody wants to eat leftovers at this house except me. I'm like the only one and my wife, right?
That, and they
You
also
can be
tend
creative
to.
with
It also
leftovers.
tends to cost less for the actual food that you're getting than it would be if you went to the grocery store to get it, because they're buying in bulk and then they're just sending out the portions.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
in the US,
Yeah.
maybe.
Definitely in the
Here,
US.
here, definitely not.
I mean,
Well,
it
I
also
will tell you.
depends on how you are buying as your, in the supermarket, right? If you're
Yeah, it-
eating for one and you've got to buy a whole lettuce to put a salad together, you're there going like, well, now I've got to deal with the rest of this fucking lettuce. Whereas
but
if you just
yeah,
get the
that's not
lettuce
a
you need
problem
for the
here.
portion,
I don't know about you. I cook for 2 to 3 days, right?
Yeah,
So,
like
Yeah,
meal.
I mean-
you can meal prep. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
I did a chili just yesterday that did like 5 portions. Like yeah.
I bought like
Did you
half a
have-
side
did you
of
have beans in it?
salmon. Like I bought half a
There are
side of
some kidney
salmon. the
beans
other
in it.
day.
It's not a chili.
It's
Not
not for my not
Not
to my
chili.
preference, but to somebody else that was also eating, so I threw some beans in it.
Yeah.
It's not chili. It's not chili. By the way, and to understand that, everybody in
Americans
the
are going to
audience
get
that's watched
really
Yellowstone-
particular about
no.
chili being with beans.
Hey, no,
without
yeah,
beans, all
I
that kind of
generally
No.
agree. Like,
No. It's like regional. So if those who have watched Yellowstone absolutely understood what I just said, right? There was a whole argument in the cowboy house about whether something's chili or not, and if it's got beans, it can't be chili because Texas chili has no beans, right?
Yeah, but
right? But if you go to
Texas and
Cincinnati chili, you go to Cincinnati chili, you've got beans in it, it's got red sauce in it, and Cincinnati puts cinnamon in it. Okay, terrible.
Well, I mean,
I just want to
that's a
check
weird
here.
thing.
Yeah, that's the
do
Skyline chili, right?
do we
But-
count chickpeas as beans?
What?
I wouldn't say so. But
You count
know.
what as beans?
Chickpeas.
They're garbanzo beans.
aren't they a legume? So they would count as a bean of some sort.
Yeah,
they're
they are.
They're beans. I
So,
love them. They're yummy.
are you saying no chickpeas in a curry?
Why
Like
would
a
you
nice-
ever put chickpeas in a curry?
We're not talking about curry.
try
We're talking
it.
about chili, motherfucker.
Chili.
Chili.
Fuck.
Chili.
Yeah. Okay. I was.
Chili. So,
Like,
but the best
chickpea
place.
curry, yes, but not a chili.
Chris
Okay,
lives
fair.
in the best place for chili. My favorite place to go have chili. Well, he doesn't really live in there, but he's closer than I am, right? To a particular U.S. capital, and
A particular U.S. capital.
Yeah, they have
Just
have
a
place
random-
called,
A random capital of the United States.
Yeah. they have a place there called Hard Times Chili or Hard Times Cafe, and they have Texas chili. You get the Texas chili, no beans, no tomatoes, just spices and ground meat cooked for 16 hours or more. They've got the Cincinnati chili, terrible red sauce, and beans, and then they have vegetarian chili, which is pretty much not chili, just a bunch of beans mashed up with some spices. But it's like it'll burn your face off. Okay,
See,
vegetarian chili, burn your fucking face off.
now I want to try and put chickpeas in a chili just to prove Doug wrong.
And by the way,
it's just not okay.
Yeah.
Why is it not okay?
Now,
Like what exactly is there with chickpeas that wouldn't fit in a curry? Chili. Fuck me.
chili?
It's not that it wouldn't fit in a curry.
Yeah, chili. What is it with chickpeas that doesn't fit in a chili?
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
I'm trying.
There's chicken.
So question in the audience. What's the difference between chili and curry? And like, actually, when I think about it,
It's about the
That's
cooking
actually
method more
quite-
than anything else. Like,
Is it?
I don't know. Like, because
it depends on the curry for a start.
well, yeah, because I was about to be
But-
like, well, it's beef, but like, you know, but then again, you
Yeah.
get beef curry, so like, you know, and then I'm like, well, it's, you know, it's predominantly
And you can
a
make-
tomato kind of like a beef and
The
tomato
thing about
kind of thing.
chili,
But like, you
the thing
get
about
beef
chili
and
is
tomato.
chili.
It tends to be the specific spices involved.
I mean, typically,
so-
but like, you
chili,
know,
that's
I
excellent.
think
That's
it's
beans up.
there's
yeah.
also the fact
The-
that you slow cook a chili with a lot of stock, whereas curry.
I mean, you slow cook a
generally
curry.
on-
What
I've
stock
slow
do you
cooked
put in a
curries.
chili?
depends on the curry again, but like.
But that's what
Generally,
I'm talking
it
about.
would-
That's the thing. I was there
You
kind of
wouldn't
going.
normally
"Well,
slow cook a curry with stock. You would
I-
normally do it with some sort
So-
of cream.
I mean,
So-
I think
milk or-
horrendous. I think horrendous is right. Like it is kind of the spices, and I think one of the predominant sort of like differences is I don't think you use that much paprika in like Indian dishes at all. Whereas I think it's one of the predominant ones in chili, right?
It's like
No, but you do use things like curcuma, which is
Cumin?
no, curcuma.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's what gives
Curcuma.
curry
People
powder its
say-
color.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was saffron. Okay.
No, it's not
No,
saffron. It's
saffron is a deep red.
basically, it's like asking, what's the difference between hot sauce and hot sauce?
No,
Well,
it's asking
no.
what's the difference between cartoon and anime.
And which one is allowed on Twitch? These are the questions, right? By the way, if you have just joined the show, we are in the great curry chili debate of
I don't know if
2023.
there's much of a debate going on.
Okay. Well, here's where I'm gonna inject into it, right? So you got chili one way, chili two way, chili three way, chili four way. Okay.
So
Because I'm
yeah.
okay. So chili one way, just fucking chili in a bowl.
What was that?
Okay. Chili
Yeah.
two way, you got. By the way, this is very Hard Times Cafe oriented. Chili two way is pretty much chili and shredded cheddar cheese on top. Chili two way,
I mean, that's
on
just,
top of that cheese, you throw some raw onions.
I
Okay?
mean,
Chili four way. The best chili is everything there
I could.
over top of spaghetti noodles, baby.
I
Okay, chili on top of fucking spaghetti noodles, fucking rocks.
I would say.
All
I
right,
would,
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you have clearly missed the best way to do chili.
How is that?
The absolute
On a
best
hot
way to
dog?
do the absolute best way to do chili is on a dog. Yeah.
It is excellent.
I
You know what I
mean,
do
Jesus
when I
Christ,
do the
it's like
chili?
Americans.
You-
Americans try the
Nacho
chili
cheese,
thing all
baby.
like so many.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
with the nacho cheese.
Chili. Yeah, nacho cheese. Drizzle that over the top, baby. The stuff with like the peppers and the onions and all that shit in it, right? The good one, like Tostito.
And we're
Yes.
not when
Sure.
you guys
I just
aren't
want to
going to
point
mention
out-
chili burgers at all. Like
I just want to
Chili
point out.
burgers. Chili burgers are good. Excellent.
Chili burgers are okay, but
Not
chili
as good
dogs
as
are
chili
much
dog
better.
though.
Yeah.
chili
Chili
nachos.
dog.
You know, like basically give like
loaded
choose almost anything.
nachos. Loaded
Loaded
nachos
nachos
are
chili.
definitely a thing, but the chili dog's still better.
Yeah,
King
chili dog.
Americans.
Chili dog, baby.
It's just
Chili dog, cheddar cheese.
choose a classic American kind of thing, and then just like add chili on top of it. And that's you know.
I mean,
But I would
Americans
say-
were always looking for any excuse to put
You
a
know what?
sausage in
You
there.
know
I
what?
would I would
You know
say
what?
if you go to a
After
restaurant,
this-
All right,
down.
all right, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and I am saying
Yeah.
this entirely as a joke, and yet Eric is gonna decide that this is a thing he has to attempt.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Go for it. We'll decide.
Nacho chili chicken fried steak.
No.
Great. I'm going to point out once again.
I mean, he says
cannot
no, but he's
chicken
thinking
fry a
about it.
steak.
Why
He is
are you
thinking about it.
going to ruin the steak? Okay.
Cannot chicken fry a steak. It's not possible. You can't fry a steak in a chicken.
Oh
can
no,
have
not
it.
this
You can
again.
try it.
But it
Dirk,
doesn't work.
Not this
Dirk.
again.
Dirk, chicken fried means pan fried and breaded in the manner you would fry a chicken cutlet.
We've had
Yep.
this
That's
conversation
what
before.
chicken fried means.
We've had this conversation
It
before.
does not mean fry it in a chicken.
Okay. We have a whole song in America over chicken fried, and it's called "Chicken Fried" by the Zach Brown Band. Okay,
wait.
listen to it and
Oh,
learn something.
no.
Motherfucker.
We're
Little
back,
bit of
in,
chicken
we're back
fried.
into the.
So
back into-
Here on a Friday night.
So schnitzel is literally just chicken fried.
Eating breadcrumbs.
No,
Deep
isn't
fried
that
bread.
more of an eggy thing? It's not crunchy, right? It's a softer fry, right?
No,
It's a hard fry.
yeah.
I'm going down the hot
I mean, not wanting to bring up another conversation that we always generally tend to have. What is your definition of hard fry versus whatever other fry? Because does that mean it has to contain alcohol?
No, hard fried is like
No, that's hard cider.
It's crisp.
I'm just saying your terminology for this kind of shit tends to be quite, whatever the
some
fuck.
of the things that like Italians fry, it's more of an eggy batter, and it's a soft.
No,
outside.
it's not a batter. It's not a batter. You put some flour on the meat, then you put it into egg, and then you put it into panko.
That's crunchy. Panko's crunchy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no,
that's a hard fry.
I would not do a side of loaded nachos, Starscream. Chicken fried steak, it'd be mashed potatoes and white gravy.
By the way, I just found out
white
there is
gravy.
something...
by the way, you put white gravy on the chicken fried steak.
What is it, Soft?
God damn it, Eric! Let the gentleman speak.
I bet
the gentleman wishes to address the crowd.
They're eating country fried steak. God damn it! I bet you I can find one. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I just found a recipe for a Moroccan chili. Guess what one of the ingredients is?
Curry powder.
Chickpeas.
That's because it's fucking Moroccan chili. It's not really chili, okay? Fucking Texas chili, motherfucker. No beans, spices, and meat. 16 hours.
So it's a curry then?
Yes, it's a curry.
I am willing to bet, Soft. I am willing to bet the Moroccans have a name for it that is not either.
Probably. But if it's Morocco, it's really more like a curry than it is a chili.
By the way, I'm a fan of the chickpea. I mean, I love it in salad.
Also, what is it with like American recipe sites telling you their fucking life history before they get into the recipe?
Oh, fuck yeah! No, I hate that.
What is that?
Like,
hold on, I don't understand.
You have to scroll like a fucking million miles before you actually get to the ingredients list and recipe. Like,
yeah,
I was in New England when I found this recipe. I was on vacation with my family, and we were having a good time. Little Billy was out there in the field, sledding down the hill, and that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, why do they do that?
Like, because they're attention-starved idiots.
Yeah, is it just my inner German that's like way too inefficient?
No. That's a lot of us basically going. We all have lives still.
Okay, Soft. I'm gonna rephrase this in a way that makes sense to even more people than Germans. No, Soft. That's your inner goon saying, "Shut the fuck up and get to the point."
So as Ranchellian in chat says, like, it could very well be money, because if you increase the length of the actual web page, you have more page. You have more page. You have more page space to add like adverts as well.
Have you seen those news stories that bait you with like a totally ridiculous headline?
Yes. I never click them. I always
find out what happened to this horse and why the police was called, and then it goes on and on and on.
And then you find out, it's a police horse. That's why the police were called.
Like I gave up. Right? I was like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to find out the fucking.
You're not.
What it is.
I think what's happening is that they are actually generating with AI like more and more text. Because it
wouldn't surprise me.
I do not
like
know.
It legit would not surprise me.
What do you mean kind of?
Site, like,
do you mean
gives them the history? Like, it just says I just looked one up, like, and it's Sally's like pumpkin pie, right? And I'm like, okay, the great pumpkin pie recipe, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah, it's just everything you're doing for the pumpkin pie.
Like, all of the traditions and all that kind of shit. It's like, just get to the fucking pumpkin pie recipe.
The recipe is at the bottom, but it's how to make it is at the top.
Oh no! Normally the recipe at the like the ingredients are before the recipe kind of thing, but like normally there's this massive fucking preamble that you have to go through.
Not always. I want to be clear here. But I have noticed that when it does happen, it's an American site.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's that bit where, like, if you're looking for a recipe or whatever, you should really be looking for the recipe, right? Give them the recipe up front and add the story down below if you really want.
And do you know how? Do you know how you know it's a recipe?
Ingredients list and process. That should be the first things in your recipe.
Yeah, but then they leave the website, Dirk.
Oh no!
And do you know? Do you?
I would leave the website anyway if I have to wade through fucking half an hour of story before I get to the damn recipe. I'll go get a recipe from somewhere else.
See, what I also hate, and this is true for like German recipe sites as well. When you're giving the directions what to do, include measurements. Like, don't just tell me, add the flour. Tell me how much flour. I don't want to be switching between the ingredients list and the actual recipe all the time, right? Like,
don't you measure out your stuff before you start so you don't have to do that?
Like
you don't have little bowls of shit in front of you. Like, here's the flour, here's the sugar.
Yeah, it's
called
mise en place.
Here's the bowl of shit.
And then the recipe.
Honestly, I don't know why you would do that.
Soth, I'll tell you who does that, chefs.
Man, fuck those guys.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's also a certain level. Some recipes you add this in different amounts at different times. Like,
I have 3 bowls. I don't care.
Yeah, cakes, for example.
I have a dishwasher. I don't fucking care.
Right.
But you should pay your dishwasher occasionally, Eric. Really, I mean,
just a tip. Yeah. Just to get us some nice cleaning, some nice cleaning stuff or whatever.
At least give the poor bastard some socks.
Some cakes I bake, I just throw everything in a bowl and turn the mixer on, and that's it.
I mean, that's basically how I make bread.
That's what the recipe is. Great.
No, it's my adapted recipe. Because the actual recipe is in...
The actual recipe calls for things like actually putting it in the oven and shit, Eric. Not Soth. Soth just mixes it up in a bowl and then slurps it down. Says, that's cake!
Generally, it's dry ingredients mixed together first, and then it's the wet ingredients in the blender, and then you put the dry ingredients in slowly.
Yeah, and then you're sifting the flour, and fuck that bullshit.
Makes it lighter. That's why you sift the flour to make the shit lighter and fluffier. Look, Jesus Christ.
So, if you don't sift your flour, you may end up with weevils in your bread.
Yeah, right.
Where are you baking? The 1940s?
You know that our flour quality has improved in the last 200 years, right?
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, sifted flour.
Where are you storing your flour? In a hole in the ground?
Dirks has it. Okay, guys? So
I'm going to share a picture with you guys of the sugar jar that was in my mother's pantry the other week.
Oh, dear.
How old was this sugar?
I don't know when the sugar went into the jar, but I'm just going to find.
But he knows when it came out.
Yeah, goddamn, do I know when it came out.
All right. By the way, we'll have to describe this for our, on the air audience, right?
Oh, you'll find it very easy to describe.
Unless
on the air audience.
Unless you're fine with us bringing it back up. Oh yeah, no, that's yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If you sift that sugar, your batter will be lighter and fluffier.
I mean,
by the way, it's a jar that's inverted, and all the sugar stayed. Exactly
you're okay with me showing this on stream, right?
I mean, that could go on stream. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
What
do-
is
we can do that.
the bag of
You know why
knickknacks?
it'll be lighter and fluffier, Eric, right? Because that's clearly anti-gravity sugar.
It is. It's anti-gravity sugar. What is that bag of knickknacks? What is that stuff?
Knickknacks are crisps.
Crisps.
That like.
And that's behind the cocaine, yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the cocaine. At
The
Dirk's place.
fried, like
Potato chips.
crisps. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
So you have a jar
kind
of
like,
flour, and you have a bag of flour there, and you have a thing of crisps. You know, I mean, this is your mother's house?
Yeah.
Okay,
This came out of my mother's pantry.
You know, I love it. It's like the updated countertop, which is nice and brown, and the backsplash from 1962.
Starscream, it might be 3-decade-old sugar, or it might have gotten wet.
Yeah, that
it was humid. It was humid when they put it in there.
I will say it did break up very easily once I actually started beating on the jar a little bit, but
It's a little humid.
It just kind of all stuck there, and I flipped it over just to see if it would move, and it just didn't.
I would say that I am a very much with Cheetah and Starscream on this with barbecue knickknacks, not the fucking cheesy ones. Fuck. Like, come on.
No. Those are the ribbon saucy, like.
Oh, okay, good.
Those are like the top tier ones.
Nice. Okay, good.
Mac, that's why they are still in the pantry and not in his belly.
So
actually,
to pull
that packet of crisps was just on the counter anyway. Like that wasn't in the pantry. It didn't come out of the pantry when we were sliding through it.
We'll pull a Suits reference here, right? So knickknacks, they're here, right? But what is that? What kind of knickknacks were these, Dirk?
These are the ribbon saucy. These are like the top tier.
Ribbon saucy.
These are the best ones out there.
So Dirk likes to live. He likes his crisps up here. Okay, regular crisps. Dirk's crisps.
I mean, they're still knickknacks at the end of the day. Like when I think of Dirk and crisps, like if they're like I think like kettle crisps or something like super upmarket. Like I don't think knickknacks, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ranch. I thought we were gonna see some cool bugs or something in the sugar, but no.
Seriously, especially the lead-in with weevils. I mean, Jesus.
I know.
That wasn't a lead-in. That was just like.
Sure, it wasn't.
This is like. By the way, I'll have to explain this after I say this. This is like my sister at my wedding. I am so disappointed in that sugar thing. Right. By the way.
Like, so I thought we were at least going to get like a lesser of two weevils joke or something.
Yeah. So that was.
That'll be pretty. That's pretty good though.
My wife and I did not smear cake in each other's faces, so my sister was very disappointed at me. We were nice. And,
why didn't you? So that's the point where you just tell her if she really wanted to see cake shoved in somebody's face, she should just go shove it in her own face.
I paid her husband to shove it in her face at her wedding. That's why you don't get married second.
Wow.
That's why if you do get married second, you don't bitch.
By the way, when he did it, I walked up with like $100 bill and I just opened his jacket and put it in his shirt and then closed it. Yeah. By the way,
he didn't say something like Eric sends his regards or something.
No, we didn't. No.
The Asmock sends his regards.
Now you have to understand, her husband and I, before it was a husband, we commuted to work together. So, we had lots of we had planning.
Lots of time to plan as well, yeah, for sure.
Plan. Unfortunately I got sick for the bachelor party. They actually all flew to Vegas, which to this day my sister's still not happy about, and I just missed it because I was throwing up. I was just sick. I ate the plane ticket and everything. That would be my only bachelor party in Vegas.
That might be part of the fun. That might be part of the problem, though, Eric.
What part of what problem?
Like, you might not have gotten sick if you hadn't eaten the ticket. Those things are not good for you.
I know.
Who would have thought it?
It was a little peppery, so I wasn't sure. So Let's have another
But
debate.
were there beans?
There were no beans. No beans. Are you
So-
a Tabasco guy, or are you a Red Hot guy, Trappies guy? Horrendous.
Wait, what?
Red Hot, Trappies, or Tabasco style hot sauce? What do you kind of like?
Yes.
Mm. It depends on what I'm eating.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Oysters, I'm going to go with the Tabasco.
right.
For Mantu sandwiches, I'm going with Trappies. I'm just going. You know what I'm doing? You know how you this is really bad that I just did that on screen, right? But it has like a little bit of hot sauce comes out. With the Trappies, I just take it off, just pour the shit all over the Permane sandwich. And eggs, I'm Red Hot guy. I like them all.
Trying to think of the
Eggs and hot sauce, baby. I could just.
There was another food related topic that I was thinking about, like,
I mean,
you know, having a
Tabasco is
conversation
for
about.
Bloody Marys, and that's about it.
I don't drink Bloody Marys, except only one, and we've been over that like a million times. My friend's wife makes the only Bloody Marys that I will drink, and I don't know why hers are better than others.
I swear, like every goddamn cocktail bar we go to,
You have to try them.
everyone
You've got to
else,
find a good one.
everyone else is like checking out. Hey, let's try something new. And Doug is like, I take a Bloody Mary.
Hold it. What time of day are you drinking this?
No, I
He drinks it
understand that.
every time of the
Any time of day.
Like,
I understand that. It's like when you go to a diner, you know, for the first time. Like, what do you get? Well, you get the meatloaf and the mac and cheese,
you know,
because that's how you measure a diner.
Yeah, and you get fries with gravy all over them.
Right.
Beautiful. But
but
so
do you
the,
get do you?
So
But do
I
you
get it.
but do you get the charged lemonade though?
No.
by the way,
That is a loaded question.
And
No, it's
So-
a charged question.
It is a
I would
charged
like to point
question as
out-
well. Yes.
So it's
Bloody
not
Mary
just
in
the cocktail
America.
bar.
the Bloody Mary in America is like a breakfast drink.
Yeah, it's mostly that here too. Like it goes, you know, it's your brunch kind of
Yeah, you know.
drink, but
If
equally,
you want a cold vodka tomato soup, spicy tomato soup, but in a glass instead of a bowl, then yeah, go for it.
I mean-
I take 2 sips. I'm like, this is awesome. 3rd sip, this sucks. I don't know. I like everything that's in a Bloody Mary. And like when they put like the fucking shrimp and the cheese and the celery and you know. the
I don't know
Slim
what
Jim,
he's
I
talking
have a
about with
Slim
shrimp
Jim.
and cheese.
But,
Oh no,
you know.
we've been over this.
yeah,
Crab,
they garnish them in funky ways here, Dirk.
Yeah,
yeah,
apparently.
bacon.
I will say for Mancheater as well. Fair enough, you don't do the vodka. You can get a gin variant called a Red Snapper. Kind of the same thing, but it uses gin instead.
Which makes it immediately inferior.
I just thought that was an angry something else. But
Well,
okay.
well, if anything, gin is just vodka with added botanicals and juniper, right? So.
And yeah, Soth, you do seem to be
So-
forgetting that we managed to talk that old barwoman in Berlin into it as well.
We're at this like corner bar, right? It's just like this small thing where they serve like beer and that's about it. And Dirk goes, "Hey, can you make a Bloody Mary?" And she gives him this look like she has no clue what this crazy Brit is talking about, right?
So then we explain the ingredients, and she goes, "Yeah, fine." Gets out the
We've got
ingredients,
some stuff.
leaves them on the bar for me.
That was amazing.
The ingredients
Props to
for
her.
Bloody Mary.
Seriously.
Yeah.
No, it is
really.
props to her, to be completely honest, because like so many places that you can go to, like, and we found this in London, like that you can go to that serve cocktails.
God, we walked into
Don't
an
do
actual
them.
cocktail.
Yeah, an actual cocktail bar, and you asked for a Bloody Mary, and they didn't have it. It's like, for fuck's sake, like
here's
how
what
the
they
fuck
do.
does a cocktail bar not be able to do this most staple of cocktails?
yet some
Well, all you
dive bar
do-
that just serves beer is able to do it, like in Germany. Like,
On the
fucking
fly,
You know,
Christ.
it's just a little tomato juice, some more Chestershire sauce, and some vodka.
Yeah,
And then
and
they
some
just
Tabasco.
they throw a charcuterie platter in front of you, and you just you just put that in your drink, and you got a
I
Bloody
mean,
Mary. You just
the
need a
fact that
charcuterie, baby.
the fact that we went into like 4 or 5 bars across that weekend, Mac, and the only place that would do it was the sports bar.
I know,
Really?
right?
I mean, like, come on.
It's just maddening.
Have you ever had red beer?
Red
Yes.
beer?
Red beer.
Interesting. No, I haven't.
So it's a Midwest thing that I learned when I went to Kansas City. They would drink it like pre-gaming for football, right? It is literally tomato sauce or tomato juice and beer.
Yeah, it's not great. I would not recommend. I had it once, and it was like, yeah, no, this is a dumb.
Because
combination.
if the percentage on your beers is just too much,
It's no, it's wrong. Okay.
It's just wrong.
It's wrong, motherfucker. Terrible.
I mean,
Terrible.
I wouldn't exactly say that the percentage beer strength in the US is particularly high, but if you have to cut that stuff because it's too much, Jesus Christ. Just saying.
I don't understand the whole red beer thing.
It's a mystery to me.
Of course, I don't really like Bloody Marys either. So there you go.
I mean, if anyone was potentially maybe capable of being able to understand that, it would be Dirk. But I think
Yeah, no,
Dirk's
even
just
I
like
can't get
that.
it.
Throw some fruit in a big glass, some citrus fruit, little cherries, whatever the fuck you want to put in there, limes, lemons, throw that in there and just throw some ice and vodka in that goddamn thing. I'll drink that. I'm good. Although we do have a big lobby.
Yeah,
Big
but
lobby going on at the club. They would like a serve yourself transfusion dispenser. There's a big push for this. Transfusions. Okay. Which basically
why are you recommending IV anything at a club?
No. A transfusion is basically
don't approach Dirk with an IV at this point in time. He's like
a little bit traumatized.
No. You might need this. So transfusion is basically ginger ale, grape juice, and vodka. It just you had a little too much to drink last night. Wake up, get a transfusion. But they want to serve yourself a little transfusion dispenser. At the turn after every 9 holes.
You say that I'm a little bit traumatized, Mac. I can still see where they put the one in near my knuckle. So
right?
Fucking yeah, I've got a bit of a reason to be traumatized about IV shit at the minute.
That's understandable, dude.
But people at a club should definitely not be self-IVing anything for a transfusion.
Self-IV.
The hell did you do?
I did. The nurses.
Yeah. It was the nurses who couldn't fucking find a vein.
I thought maybe the nurses did something.
What the hell did you do?
It's like Animaniacs. Hello, nurse. By the way, I had a nurse destroy my vein too.
Yeah, I fucked up my elbow last month, and was in hospital for a week, and I went through 3 different cannula locations in the space of 5.5 days. Because the nurses just couldn't look after them, I guess. Basically the answer.
Yeah, because they're trained in the UK, not brought from abroad, where you actually get decent training.
Yeah. 2 different infections and the original injury to the elbow, which was great fun.
Yeah.
The hell did you do?
I don't know. Apparently, I knocked my elbow, and that was enough to do it.
You knocked your elbow. Did you dislocate it or anything?
No,
and have to relocate
it?
It literally just
aggravated part of the elbow, and
somehow
tennis elbow
got infected. No, just
jerk off elbow. What was it?
It's my offhand. It wasn't any of that. It was just apparently I knocked it, and then suddenly infection followed by secondary infection followed by hospitalization.
You knocked it. What is knocking your elbow? I mean, did you bump it on something and bruise the bone? What?
Well, I mean,
not especially, but like
because
you were
skin,
prescribed to
were
me
you
by the
bleeding?
doctor.
yeah, you were oblivious as to
no
what
blood,
the hell
no
you
nothing.
did. You were oblivious
It
to what the
just-
hell you did. Like you were just like suddenly
Literally.
it was like, oh shit, why is this happening?
Bone spurs,
I mean-
anything?
But bursitis can happen without
Yeah.
actual trauma, right?
I was fine in the morning, and by 7:00 in the evening, my elbow had ballooned up a bit, and then it continued to balloon up along the entire arm. It's great fun, really. Highly recommended. Everybody should do it at least once.
Oh well.
I'm sitting there going, wow. You were in there for 5 days for that.
6. But
6.
yeah, I got off
have-
the
I mean,
IVs at the
I
5.5
just
day
want to
I
point
had-
out, Eric.
Yeah.
We're talking about an internal infection, right?
Yeah.
I get it, but I had
As opposed to those
blood clots in my
external
lungs,
ones.
and I was only in
at
there
no
for
point
3
was
days.
at no point was he a participant in blood sport and got his fucking elbow
No.
like ripped out from through his skin, like
You don't know that.
Well, that's true.
I just
You know,
located my elbow
I-
once,
we-
and it was some of the worst pain I ever had. To be honest,
He
with you.
could have been
Thanks.
lying to you about not doing any of that shit.
I mean, we
the
did.
pain from the elbow was like nothing compared to the pain from them fucking up the cannula and flooding the back of my hand with IV liquid. So that was great fun.
Which, by the way, I've had bursitis in my foot.
Oh.
Not my foot. In my hip. Sorry. It
Make
doesn't
up your
really
mind.
hurt. It
Make
doesn't
up your
really
damn
hurt that
mind.
much.
It's just like the Varga all over again.
It was the hip.
Seriously.
It doesn't really hurt that much. It's just that you have limited movement, right? You can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I was thinking of Stevie Wonder too. By the way, okay, but go ahead.
But yeah, that was what I did, horrendous. That was what happened.
It had nothing to do with you elbowing fascists.
Absolutely nothing to do with the fascists.
Okay.
Fascists.
Because you're
Different.
because I could have said something so bad there. I had nothing to do with fascists. Dirk is pro-fascists, okay? Like,
Yeah, he
Whoa.
loves them. He loves everybody. He loves fascists. He loves non-fascists. He's just Dirk.
oh, fucking hell.
This is your public service announcement to punch the fascists in the face.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm trying to sit here and think of, Dirk's hand like blowing up like a balloon because the IV liquid is just settling in his hand because they didn't actually put it in his vein.
Oh yeah, they
or artery,
basically
wherever it goes.
they broke the seal around the vein for that
They
one.
broke the
and-
seal.
And like the IV fluid leaked from the vein into the back of my hand instead of going where it was supposed to. It's great, really fun.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to cause pain at all.
Absolutely enjoyable. I had some codeine on my prescription, and I was like, every time they tried to give me it, nah, I don't need it. It's not that painful. I'm fine.
And then that happened.
They did this to me, and like I was like, right, that codeine now.
Hey, codeine you kept on trying to push on me, like, oh, I'm gonna take this right now.
Codene's like kid stuff. Get the morphine, baby.
Like I will have the
Waves
opioids
of
now, please.
Euphoria. The greatest painkiller I've ever had in my life was morphine, man. Wow.
Right, so we need to do a little bit of kind of things because it is literally like coming up to 10 minutes to the
Right.
hour. Like,
Holy shit.
I know, fucking time flies when you're having like a good fucking fun
I
conversation.
know, we didn't talk about Eve at all. Did we talk about Eve at all other than say, is anything going on in Eve? Can
I
anybody
don't
tell
think
us?
we have. Like, I mean,
Is
we
anything
mentioned that,
going on
like,
in Eve?
There's not really much that have been going on in Eve, to be honest. Like, we had the finishing,
Not this week.
like not this week. Like, the Vanguard kind of event finished. People gave their
was
feedback.
fun.
People thought it was quite fun. I enjoyed it.
That sucks.
And I just
Um,
hated it.
There's going to be
Brendan,
obviously
did you
they're
hate
gonna
Yes.
they're
Yes,
gonna,
it did.
Yeah, okay. Well,
He's like Mikey.
Okay.
He's like Mikey. He hates everything.
No, it's not that I hate everything. It's that they gave us this fucking thing, right? But it's an FPS with no, at this point at least, All right, it's an FPS with no fucking controller support. What the fuck, people?
No,
There
well, there
there was
you go.
that.
By the way,
Controller. Get
if
out
anybody
of
didn't
here.
understand that reference, that was from the 1980s. You know, kids
I
don't
mean,
like cereal that's good for you, and like
you can
cereal is
still
good for
get
you,
you
and
can
they
still
gave it to
get
Mike.
you can still get
Because he
controller
hates
support if you know what to do. Because I've used
I just want to point
WASD
out
for controller
we
supporting on things that don't have controller support. So
we got 10 minutes left, so maybe we should point out that giveaway.
I mean, I
yeah.
was gonna say, like, you know, we do
Hey!
still have the giveaway going. I need to
Bang
mention a
ticket.
few things. Like, basically, you know, you've got a bunch of things that you can actually choose. If you're the winner,
Bring
you can
those up.
choose a bunch of things. Yeah, I'll bring that up in a second. But
one
essentially, we can
I thought Sauce just did bring that
ship
up.
we can ship this up this like whatever you choose internationally, except for Brazil, Nigeria, and Poland. I don't know
Don't
why.
ask us about that. It's weird.
And
Why can't we ship it to Poland? Because
I
they're like a
don't
NATO
know.
country.
I
don't know.
I just want to point out. Apparently,
Is
we
it
can
because
ship
we
to.
think they'll?
No,
We can
wait,
send it to
wait.
Ukraine. We can't ship it to Poland. Jesus
No,
Christ!
Eric, even worse. We can ship to North Korea, but not to Poland.
Wow.
You know where else we could ship to, and I feel like
they'll just try and eat it in North Korea.
I feel like Dirk's gonna facepalm when I say this kind of thing, so I'm gonna imagine him facepalming when I say it. We can ship to Rwanda as well.
Oh my god. But not Nigeria.
But not Nigeria. And not to PO boxes either, so we can't ship to PO boxes.
Yeah, it has to be an
pretty
address
normal.
that it has to be an address that people are at, not like
Yeah.
And if you
Shit
win,
in
you
a
have to
box.
be willing to give us your address and your phone number,
Well, yeah, like
so that we can put you on the dark web.
We
That's what we'll do because we're very bad.
So
Dark
yeah,
web.
so it's being sent by Logitech. So you know we need to give Logitech your details for them to ship over, and it's also
And then you'll be in the system.
And then you'll be in the system, exactly. So you know, as long as you're okay with that, then you know, jump
Eagle Eye
into
will be tracking you.
jump into the giveaway because like I'm gonna.
Yes.
I mean,
and you jump into the giveaway.
we have to. Yeah,
Exclamation mark ticket.
Ticket. Yeah.
Bang ticket.
Yep.
Bang
Exclamation. Bang ticket or exclamation mark ticket. Yep.
Bang for the Unix.
you get to pick one.
You get to pick.
Can you throw the picture up?
Yes. Sorry,
There's
I
a
was
full
about
list.
to do that.
The
Here we go.
list itself
About to,
is.
didn't.
Yeah, I just did it now.
Yeah, there's 2 different headsets. There's a couple different keyboards. There's a microphone or 2. There's a couple different mice. There's a camera. There's a lighting bar in case you were interested.
I like the lighting bar.
In an LED lighting bar.
Yeah,
RGB baby, I love that. I live for RGB.
it's pretty cool.
I
There's some cool stuff.
hate the idea of like RGB with a passion. Why does everything have to have RGB? Like, no.
Oh yeah, that my lighting kit should be getting here today. That's right.
Oh yeah,
Like-
for your Lego.
Yeah.
Like what is it? What is it? It's the
Venator.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Republican Venator.
We have
The Republican Venator.
That's right.
we have LED C9 lights with like the curved filaments. They look like real light bulbs on the border of our house. And then we have garland on our front porch and on our lamp post. And we have a Christmas tree out front. But the garland and the Christmas tree all have twinkly lights on them. So when it was Hanukkah time, we have a big inflatable Hanukkah menorah out front too. And all the Christmas shit everywhere, right? So people were like, what the hell is that? But anyway, we made lights blue and white for Hanukkah, and now we're going to change it back to Christmas.
So I'm gonna quickly go through the stuff that you can choose from. So it's the 4 different Astro A3 headsets. There's the 2 blues and the 2 whites, both for the PlayStation and the Xbox. The G502X Plus wireless mouse, both in black and white. The G915 tactile keyboard in both carbon and white. The Aurora G735 headset. The Aurora G705 mouse. The Aurora G715 wireless keyboard. There's the Yeti GX, which is the one on the top left. The Yeti Orb, which is the one on the top right. There's the Lytra Beam. I'm not sure. I see your question, 3am Castle. Like, I don't know whether it's the GX, but what I see on my thing says it's the Litra Beam. And then there's obviously the stream cams in graphic
Black or
and
white.
black or white, yeah, in graphite and white or black or white, yeah, basically.
But yeah, there's a whole cool list, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you get to pick one of any of these. Honestly, like if you're looking for a recommendation, a G502 is never a bad pick.
Oh,
G502 is just awesome.
Yeah, and it is the wireless one version.
I have like fucking 4 of them around my house.
But why so many, Dirk?
My various machines.
Basically, going to Dirk's house is a little bit like being in London, where you're never like 12 foot away. You're never more than 12 foot away from a mouse. Specifically, a G502.
Look,
I just thought you were infinitely circling in a roundabout.
I hate mice. Okay, like
we know your desire for that.
I prefer my trackball.
Yeah,
but like I'm using the 502, and the 502 is really nice. So
there you go.
And I've got it set up on the PlayPad, so like total wireless charging, never needs to have batteries dealt with, any of that shit.
You missed it earlier. I got the Pro Superlight, and I got that pad too, the PlayPad. I love the PlayPad. This is really, really kind of groovy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have. He doesn't watch the show, and he's off at work, so I can say this. But number two boy, son. He's trying to be he's trying to be on some esports team thing, right? So he wanted this mouse, and I also got him the pad for Christmas. That's the dad part of the present. Mom got him the mouse, dad got him the power pad, right?
Yeah.
I need to pick up a power pad for my my work setup because that's running the wireless version. But yeah, my gaming PC and then a secondary PC are both unwired, and I've got a spare in a box just waiting for one of them to die.
Which I'm just trying to get rid of the wires on my desk, right?
When I bought a new mouse, one of the first things that I did was I bought new replacement feet for my mouse because surprisingly, just waiting for those feet to get all scuffed and I just remove them and replace them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm. We should probably do. I should.
I've just noticed that Dave Archer is
this is
putting in for this, so I'm putting in for a ticket too. Like if Dave Archer can put in for it, I'm gonna do it.
Fuck it, if Dave Archer can do it, then fucking I'm going to as well. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Dave, you've opened the floodgates.
I don't know. I genuinely don't consider if Dave Archer's going to do it to be an endorsement.
Yeah, INN staff can enter. I'm just like, yeah. If I won that, I would just have to have a redraw. So I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I couldn't in good conscience.
I cannot.
It's not in me.
All right.
Cannot in good conscience. Cry. All right,
I'm gonna check the sort of just a second. I just need to see the
light bar.
I need to find the right one.
The light bar.
I mean, we've got 26 entrances.
I mean, we've got 78 people watching the stream according to Twitch, and we've only got 27 entrants. Like, dude,
come on, guys.
Everybody else is Eric.
Okay, we'll do that. No.
Maybe we want to prompt a 3-hour INN meeting.
God, I've been in enough of those meetings for my life, and so is horrendous. I think
my only contribution to that 3-hour meeting would be, I did likewise, and that's it.
When do we have a 3-hour meeting? Do we have one planned or something?
No, we didn't have
Fucking God. Oh my
right,
God.
let's do this. Let's fucking do this. Right.
Do it. How many people? How many people?
28.
It'd be like 29 now.
28 people. You guys have a great chance of winning this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's right.
What is this light called?
The Litra Beam.
Litra.
Litra Beam.
Mito, no cheating.
Yeah.
Mito doesn't need to get free stuff with the bags of
Right.
money he makes.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Right. Giveaway is closed, and we have 30 entrances or entries.
Ooh. Entrance.
Man, PH39 on the last second.
Literally, sneak in.
Good job.
Well done.
Lincoln S. Stern.
Wow, I don't even know who that is. With a 3.3% chance to win.
Lincoln S. Stern, like, say something in chat so we know that you're around.
Yeah, you must be present to win.
Must be present to win because we need to get information from you in order to send your stuff. So Lincoln S. Stern.
We don't even know who Lincoln S. Stern is. It's like one of my,
It's there.
He is still in chat. He is.
Come on, Lincoln, wake up.
5, 4.
I'm just going to poke him as
3,
well.
2, 1. That's like, when you start counting seconds, you do like, with the basketball.
You got to be here to win it.
seconds.
Like,
Can we not start with the Trojan mottos? All right.
Trojan, what?
All of the slogans for every lottery you've ever heard apply equally well to Trojan condoms. Think about it, Eric. You got to be in it to win
that's
it.
where I was going.
All you need's $1 and a dream.
I was on the condom path.
Right.
Okay. Because I didn't know whether you were or you weren't.
I was trying to say if it hits 801 and he hasn't said anything, we're redrawing, and it's hit 801.
Redraw,
so
baby.
We're doing a redraw. Yep.
Doing it live again.
We're doing it live again.
What's the chance
once
that
my
it's
mouse
going to be
recovers
linked again?
Once my mouse recovers, I can actually do it.
So that's the chances.
No, 3.3%.
By the way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If Eric wins the Powerball tonight,
Julian.
Okay.
Julian.
On the Julian, yeah.
Julian is here.
Woo!
Yay, Julian! Well done, mate. Well done.
All right.
By
So
the way,
you
if
need
Eric wins
to
the
send
Powerball-
Cloud a DM, or Cloud needs to send you a DM, and we'll get some details from you for your postage and whatever, and we'll get your pick from you, and then we'll get it sent.
I need everybody's mental power focused on Eric winning the Powerball tonight, because if I win a Powerball, then we're just
You're sharing it with the crew, right?
you guys will get a little something, I'm sure.
I'm fine with that.
That's a given, okay? But for our audience, we will have to raffle off a Secret Lab chair and desk.
Yep.
If Eric, if I now it's jackpot on the Powerball. Not like if I win $7, we're not doing this. Like last ticket, I was like, "Your ticket's a winner, $7." Really?
I sent you a whisper, Julian. So if you see that, reply, please.
Julian, congratulations, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the ads aren't necessarily our choice as to when they go. So
yeah, we can't really help that.
There's a certain amount of we do our best, but
I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why I let it go at least a minute before running, before redrawing or requesting to redraw. But the ads don't cover up the chat, so I
don't know what McLeod has access to or not, but I know I don't.
I mean, ads don't cover up the chat, and you still get to see whether you're actually a winner or not in the chat anyway. So it's sort of a moot point, really.
Anyway,
Is that Lytra $84?
That's not cheap.
Dolan, you have a DM from Mac, I believe.
I see him. It's all good. Nice. Right.
I think the most expensive thing on the list is probably that G1915 keyboard. That's got to be about $140 or something, I would think.
Which one is it?
The G915.
Yeah, 915.
Oh, hold it. The RGB version.
Or maybe
if it's
the
the RGB
750.
version. That's 100. That's 150.
Yeah.
84 is for just the white light version. The RGB 149. That's a shit, man. We gotta do that.
Okay, I'm literally just gonna copy paste what I have here as to what we need and like.
Yeah, I'm seeing the G17 wireless gaming keyboard, the Aurora thing, coming in at like 160 to 180 pounds UK.
That's pretty sweet.
So
That's a
like,
heavy keyboard.
That's a lot.
I'm sorry that is like a wall of text, by the way, Julian, but yeah, that's kind of the information that I have. And, you know, Chat Whispers doesn't seem to like, you know,
formatting.
Yeah, formatting just doesn't seem to exist in Whispers. But never mind. Anyway, we got 5 minutes over. But that's fair. That's
5 minutes
because
over.
we do have a little bit of buffer. But there is a there is a meta show, amazingly enough, this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brisk is, I quote, Dedge.
Yeah, Brisk might be Dedge. We don't know, but he seems to. Yeah. But you will be getting. You will be getting Mark. You will be getting Angry. Well, maybe you won't be getting Angry, but like Angry will be there.
But your
Angry
mustache will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kazneer will be there.
So,
And
Oz.
yeah, and the Oz, yeah.
I heard Brisk had a bad encounter with some chili. He had some beans in his chili.
And chickpeas.
Chickpeas in the chili. He's got chickpea poisoning.
He wasn't a fan of the Moroccan chili, apparently.
Yeah. When I think chickpeas, I think, just something you throw on your salad and or hummus.
He kind of collapsed and muttered, "It's a curry."
Chickpeas are awesome. Come on.
Hey, I have nothing against the chickpea, just not in chili, motherfucker.
Well,
I want.
How do you know if you've never tried?
I've had chickpeas. I've had chili. These are not two great tastes that taste great together. Okay.
I mean,
not
chickpeas
like peanut
don't
butter
have
and chocolate.
an overwhelming taste. They kind of pick up
like
the taste of what they are in, right?
They're pretty bland on their own. I would do not advise chickpeas on their own.
Hey. They're no hot dog and chili sauce.
So I think we can kind of park the one last thing, unless you guys want to do one last thing. Yeah. I'm not sure. Like,
no.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Actually,
I'm gonna go.
I would normally say give it a pass, but there is one last thing that I do want to.
Well, you were late, so no.
Yeah.
This is kind of an important one.
All right, go for
it. Okay.
Like, I know that people are going to probably be seeing your family members and your loved ones next week and all that shit. But don't wait. Like, tell them you love them. Call them, text them, I don't care. Just don't wait.
Yeah.
There you go. And by the way, that's really good things. True.
That's very true. Yeah.
Did we ever decide if we were here next week? Just by the way.
I vote yes.
See who shows up. Eric will be here, so
I'll be here.
Are we still allowed to drink on Twitch? Can I drink? Because it's
you can. Christmas. You can have a little something. You just can't get pissed.
Does that violate our INN terms of service anywhere?
I don't know.
Somewhere. I think it's not like specifically INN's terms of service, but I think we're obviously subject to Twitch's terms of service.
So we're not allowed to get drunk like some other show. Right?
We are.
I don't. Yeah, some other show is on a different thing.
We are allowed to drink. Dirk's not. Nobody named Dirk is allowed to drink on INN.
And that's rude.
Yeah. Unless he's teaching us how to actually make a perfect, Bloody Mary.
There is no perfect Bloody Marys. There are only Bloody Marys.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you to McLeod for hosting this week because I was a little, I was doing some stuff since 3 a.m.
Hey, no worries.
Very much.
No worries.
So, sir. All right.
But yeah, thank you very much,
Had a
everybody,
show
for in
50 minutes.
Yeah, for chilling with us, and yeah, as Dirk said, meta show in 50 minutes with a bunch of people, with Mark, with
possibly even Brisk.
Angry Mustache, with Casimir, with and with Yoz, and maybe Brisk. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, Julian, we can carry on the conversation after the even when the show ends. So that's fair. That's all good. But thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you. Have a good week, and we'll see you potentially next week.
Yeah. Yep. All right, everybody. Later.
Bye bye.